Namaste. Welcome to Inspirations and Essence of Life. Tonight we have Mr. Khemraj Shrestha, Country Director of PSI Nepal, Population Service Internationals Nepal. PSI Nepal is a non-government organization which is working in Nepali society to transform the health system of Nepal in different public health issues since 2002. We are very happy to welcome Mr. Shrestha tonight in Inspirations and Essence of Life. Let's hear more from him.
Okay, thank you very much for inviting and giving me opportunity. Well, I'm Khemraj Shrestha. To start with, my nickname is Bhai Raja because I'm Newar, from Newar family. I was born in Ramechhap, Those Bazar, a small village in the northern part of Kathmandu. When I was born, I believe my father was happy, but due to economic conditions, my father has to travel to different parts of Nepal. When I was 6, I was admitted to Bhanubhakta Memorial English School in Kathmandu, but I was not very good in school, so I was taken back to Ramechhap. Again, I started school over there. Then my father traveled to Bhutan, and he, as a civil contractor, worked there. So I went to Bhutan and did my schooling over there. I did my schooling up to 8th standard over there, but in multiple school. I did my college from Trichandra and TU. And in the middle, after joining job, I felt like I need to do management also, so I did management, EMBA. So that is how I completed my schooling and college. So in a sense, if I count, to complete my 10th standard, I joined 10 of the schools, I think, in different phases of that time frame. That was interesting. And what that helped me was to learn about different culture, different places. That gave me exposure to the culture and society. I think that is a good learning beside regular education.
Thank you very much. That was a brief introduction. We would also like to hear about your family.
I'm married. I have 2 kids. One is now 20 and the other is now 16. My eldest is son who is now doing his college in Canada. My daughter is doing is now in class 10 and ready for SEE exam. We are happy family. Who said in Nepal, Dui Santan Ishwar Ka Vardhan. I'm following that, and since I am working in the health sector, especially with family planning, I should be, role model. So the age gap is 5 years. I think I did practice family planning also. So this is my family. I'm a happy family. I have a beautiful wife and beautiful kids. I think I'm blessed.
A guy from Ramechhap till Bhutan and then working in different development organizations. We would also like to hear about your pursuit of professional life till PSI.
Once I completed my VSc, I was told okay, now you have to stand on your own feet by my father. So I started looking for a job. I went to one of the INGO because I heard INGO pays a lot. So I went for walk-in interview. It was an Australian project. Then I worked there for nearly 8-9 months. And after that, I joined United Mission to Nepal as a communication manager. I worked there for a few years, and I was promoted to directors for communication. Then I joined Johns Hopkins University. I got an opportunity to work in Johns Hopkins University Nepal office as a senior officer. From director's level to senior officer, people might think okay, why this fellow is coming down from the director positions to senior? Because Johns Hopkins is Johns Hopkins. It is a global organization, right? And it is a communication organization. It is called Johns Hopkins Center for Communication Programs. So it was my emotion, it was my passion, it was my interest. So that helped me to work with heart in John Hopkins. I worked there for a few years, like near about 5 years. Then after a couple of years, there was an opportunity to join PSI. I joined PSI as a senior manager. And with my ability, capacity, and knowledge, I was promoted to director of program. Then the management gave me promoted me to senior director. And it has been nearly 7 months now. So far, I'm doing well. I'm glad the organization acknowledged my ability. So yeah, I'm here now.
That's great. We would also like to know more about PSI, its focus areas, the background, and the programs that PSI is implementing in Nepali society.
Talking about PSI started in Nepal in 2002 with social mobilization programs, which I think everybody knows and aware of. It is number one condom. It was a family planning program supported by USAID, local mission. It was 5 years project. At that time, I think PSI did great promoting family planning communities in Nepal. Family planning is not for controlling population, but making people's life more healthier, more well, in respect to health, in respect to economy, and to plan their families so that they can give adequate support to their children.
एकपटक ओके आयुसीडी पाठेघरमा राखेपछि 12 वर्षसम्म गर्भ रोक्छ र बच्चा चाहिएको बेलामा स्वास्थ्य संस्थामा गएर झिक्न सकिन्छ, न राख्न झन्झट न निकाल्न।
And at that time, talking about condom was a taboo in Nepal because of our society and culture. So during this 5 years time frame, through this social mobilization, people were openly able to talk about condom. PSI started from that time. The major project that PSI is doing right now is on family planning again, because it is a continuation from same phase. PSI is globally known for social marketing and social entrepreneurship. It has experts working in a global level as well as in regional level, and those technical support helps us to work in Nepal as well in the social marketing and social entrepreneurship sector. We have right now health and hygiene project in Karnali province. We have family planning from east to west, near about covering 29 districts. We have a safe abortion project that is especially we facilitate in supply of medical abortion drug in Nepal. We have adolescence project for adolescents, like girls know their puberty, their menstruation cycle, how to manage their menstrual cycle. What about, EC, emergency contraceptives, so that they are confident enough. They can use it, they can be confident to drive their own life. We have recently going to launch maternal and neonatal child health projects. So altogether we have 5 projects running in Nepal. And I believe like all these 5 projects are helping in development sector and especially to Ministry of Health in achieving their health indicators.
That's great. It's really inspiring to know about PSI, an organization that's contributing so much towards the Nepali society. Sitting on the table at the central office of PSI, how would you remember the transformations and achievements that PSI is able to create in Nepali society and better equip our healthcare system?
There are lots and lots of them. Like as I mentioned to you, PSI is globally known for social marketing and social entrepreneurship. We work with the private sectors. There are very few organizations who works in the private sector, especially in the health area. To name few, like CRS does, which is a national organization supported by, again, USAID. But our support is from different funding agency donor. The pride I feel about is like we have been able to support the private sector. The government does support the health facilities, but the private sectors, in the private sector, like there is no support provided by any of the organizations. They are doing by themselves. So we have made a network. It is called OK Network. from east to west. There are near about 176 OK clinics, certified OK clinics. They have to meet number of criteria to be OK clinic. They need to get trained. They need to have all these system, recording, reporting systems. They have to have a right registered document to engage with us. So what we do is, in case of family planning services, we reimburse them. The service cost they provide to the woman who comes to the clinics for the services. So we reimburse them. Recently, we have started graduating them. We felt like, okay, they are capable now to run their own business, because we provide them with a business entrepreneurship course as well. So how to keep track of drugs, incoming, outgoing. We provide them with financial thing, accounting system. We provide them how to market their own business. We provide them provider-initiated demand generation. We call provider-initiated demand generation. That's the provider, the clinic owner has to take opportunities, take ideas, and promote their business. We worked with health and hygiene activity project in Karnali zone in 7 districts, covering 147 health facilities, public health facilities. So that's a wonderful thing I feel and proud of.
How can OK Clinic and Hello Health be beneficial to Nepali youth?
Okay, well, for adolescents and youth, like it is not only PSI, but there are different organizations who are supporting for the betterment, good health of the adolescents and youth. What I would say is, whether it is a OK clinic, whether it is a pharmacy, whether it is hospitals, if you need to take family planning commodities, short-term methods or long-term methods, if you are youth and married, if you want to go for long-term method, family planning commodities, you should go and get these services. I wouldn't say like if it is unnecessary, you can avoid taking it. But if you need it, it is your right to take those services. Go and take it. Okay? If you are healthy now, you will be healthy tomorrow, your family will be healthy the coming years.
The COVID outbreak has created several adversities into the peripheral health system, public health issues, especially into the service, delivery and demand generation. In your observation, what kind of changes and impacts are seen into the sexual and reproductive health and right delivery system of Nepal in the post-COVID time?
Well, after the first wave, I mean, not after the first wave, but when we had COVID pandemic in Nepal, there was lockdown in different provinces in the country. And at that time, it was observed like the health-seeking behavior has dropped. Okay, taking like any of the services, because everybody were afraid, like going to health hospitals, health clinics, COVID might get transferred, or it was said like it is very highly communicable diseases. Of course, it was. So at that time, the government took a very strong initiative locking down the country, but that hampered the services. In that context, all the members from INGOs came together, including multilateral, UNICEF, UN bodies, and we set together under the leadership of Family Welfare Division, Ministry of Health. We came up with, we called it RHMNCH, is a guideline document that gives a provision for taking the health services to doorstep. Okay, so at that time we came up with that guideline, and that guideline gave some kind of flexibility for the health facilities, hospitals, and community mobilizers, health community mobilizers to go to client. I think that helped a lot. There was, a decline in service-seeking behavior during that time, of course, but I think we were able to manage those things with this guideline.
Thank you very much. The life story that you came up with, it's really inspiring for the entire generation of Nepal. So is there any key message that you would like to address to the audience tonight?
Yes, with my experience, just based on my experience, my generation, my father's generation, every generation is considered 10 years difference, right? So my son is now, the difference is near about 30 years. And what they call is they call themselves millennium, like millennium, new millennium something. And the difference is like they have their own thinking ways. The exposure level is very high. Like the mobile that I use, out of thousands of applications over there, I might not use 100. But my kids, they use 50%, 60% of that mobile applications or thing. What I'm saying is the young generation, the kids have different thinking angle than we do. Let them think in that way. Do not control them. Just guide them. Give them insight as per your experience, outside world, society, culture. But do not drive them. Push them to think in your own way. So that's my message. Let them grow by themselves. Like in our Nepali, we say, ठेस नलागिकन अनुभव गर्न सक्दैन भन्छ नि। त्यो ठेस लागेपछि हैन दुख्छ, पीडा हुन्छ, अनि थाहा हुन्छ नि। हामीले बच्चालाई चाहिँ आगो मान्न हात नहाल भन्छ नि, पोल्छ भन्छ नि। Has that child experience त्यो बर्न एक्सपिरियन्स गरे हुँदैन नि त, राइट? बर्न गरि एक्सपिरियन्स गरिसकेपछि उसलाई भित्रबाट थाहा हुन्छ कि कस्तो हुन्छ भनेर, अनि मात्रै उसले रोकिन्छ के। So let them experience their own way, हैन? त्यो कन्ट्रोल गर्नु चाहिँ हुँदैन. We shouldn't control. Control in a sense like we need to guide them, not control them. Guide पनि के भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ आफूले बुझेको जानेको अनुसार चाहिँ उनीहरुलाई गाइड गर्ने, दिशा देखाइदिने हो. तर यसरी गर, उसरी गर भने चाहिँ then there is a conflict between parents and kids, right? The thinking is different. The thinking angle is different. So that's the message. And for the kids, what I would say, youth or like adolescents or like, respect your elders. You need to respect your elders because they have different experience, different knowledge, especially elders हरुको चाहिँ wisdom हुन्छ. They have lots of wisdom. Listen to those wisdom because you might take number of years to get that wisdom by yourself. But if you listen to them, that will help you. So I would say adolescents and youth to listen, to respect to your elders and get as much wisdom as possible from them so that you can go ahead with confidence.
Thank you very much for being with us tonight. See you soon in the next episode of Inspirations and Essence of Life. Take care, stay safe. Namaste.